Hey everybody, this is Miss Trina with Chat with Trina. Tomorrow is the day. It's the day that these clubs and bars open up at 25% capacity. And I am here today with Mr. Ikie Denning, the owner of the Pocket Bar located at 353 Greens Road. He's going to let us know about his history in the club business and also letting us know what he's done to make the Pocket Bar COVID friendly for you to stop by and visit tomorrow. Let's hear what he has to say. Hello, everybody. This is Trina with Chat with Trina, and I am here with Mr. Ikie Denning of the Pocket. Hey, Ike.
How's everybody doing?
Good. We're here today because, of course, tomorrow the world is opening. The bars and the clubs are being able to open at 25%.
25%.
25% occupancy. So I wanted to talk to Ike a little bit about his time in the club business, but also we're going to take a look at what he's done to make you guys safe and feeling safe when you're coming into the Pocket tomorrow. Because you are going to open at what time tomorrow?
We're going to open at happy hour, which is 4 p.m. And we're going to go until 2 p.m. until everybody leaves.
All righty. So we're going to get into the interview. And again, at the end, stay tuned so you can see what he's done here to make you feel safe so you can come on out here tomorrow. Mr. Ikie, where are you from?
I'm a native Houstonian, born and raised here all my life.
Okay. What area?
Well, let me see. From 5th Ward through Cashmere Garden, through Trinity Garden, Scenic Woods, and now I live over in the Champions area.
Okay, what school? Was it Farbrook or Smiley?
I came out of Farbrook in 1975.
Okay, you old.
Yes, I am. I like to call it mature.
There you go, mature, wisdom. So what made you decide to go into the club business?
Well, this is basically what I've done. I just hung out, I DJ'd a little bit.
Oh, really?
I've done some bartending a little bit, friends of mine who used to own little joints. So I've always been a part of the industry as a customer. So when I decided to retire, I felt comfortable going into this business because it was pretty much similar to what I did for a living.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a material management superintendent, which is purchasing and warehousing. I did that for right at 25 years. So this is somewhat the same. You purchase, you stock your inventory, and you sell.
Oh, so that's why I never thought about that, connecting the two. It's how you're so good at the inventory, that kind of thing.
Right.
Something that always impressed me was that, if I can say this, Ikie retired at 45?
47.
40, I'm 2 years old. 47 years old, which some of us cannot do that. So I thought that was awfully cool because I'm 50 and I can't retire. So.
Okay.
Let's see. Now, when you opened up Club Divas, before I say that, what was your vision of Club Divas when you decided to open that up?
Well, believe it or not, I was working on Club Divas while I was still employed. I had already set my retirement date and I was getting ready to go into the next phase of my life. So I went right out of retirement and into the entertainment industry. So mentally, I was just ready for it.
Okay. So you had been setting up
stuff.
How did you, if you don't mind me asking, how did you find that spot?
Well, it was difficult because I was looking around for locations, but the problem was I couldn't find anything that was already a club prior. Mm-hmm. So I had to find something that I had to build out, so to speak. But what that did was make the cost of actually going into business a little more. Because when you find a place that's built out, mostly everything is already there. Yeah. All you have to do is kind of like suit it out and then go from that point. But when you build a place out, then you have to tear down walls, redo plumbing, all that kind of stuff.
But the cool part, on the positive side, that you take away the money part, is that you get to make it like your own.
Right.
Would that be the good part?
Right. You can actually put things where you want them rather than where things exist at the time.
Yeah. In my mind, when I was thinking about asking you that question, what was your vision of Club Divas? Did it surpass what your vision was?
Yes, it did. It was a lot more time consuming and more of an effort than what I'm doing now.
Okay.
So it turned out to be more than what I realized it was going to be, but I had fun doing it.
Yeah. And it ended up being like a huge, in my mind, and people probably think I'm biased, but the biggest club on the north side since your Rhinestone and it was another one with Rhinestone, but as far as an adult nightclub, and
Right.
it hasn't been mirrored yet. I think people have tried, but it hasn't
Right. It's
done yet.
Divas was a little different.
Yeah.
It was at the beginning. It was a I kind of say a concept of both the older mature crowd and the younger crowd, and that was kind of separated by the hours of operations. But I was able to kind of hit both demographics, and it turned out pretty good.
Okay, yeah, it did, and it gave the people, to me, over 30. Even though I know
Yeah.
there were probably younger people there, but the majority of the people
Majority
were
of them,
older,
yeah.
which ran off the
They were
teeny
probably
boppers.
they were probably early 30s and up.
So, do you miss that big thing?
No, I don't.
Well, we do.
Yeah.
We miss it.
Well, when you get older,
Yeah.
you like to slow things down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Diva was more work, more physical work. To where this is real simple.
Do people ever ask you about opening up another Divas?
Divas is dead and gone.
But people ask you about it, don't
Yeah, I
they?
get that all the time.
I'm sure.
I get that all the time.
Well, you should bust out the walls and make right.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I know, because I
get
think
that
about it all the time.
When you gonna get bigger? When you gonna do this?
What'd
when
you
gonna
say?
do that? Well,
I'm
I'm
good.
satisfied where I'm at.
Okay. So when people say, okay, so then what happened was, not Divas, but the what do you call that? The strip center
Right.
was sold out. So I decided to go smaller at that time, and that's when he purchased the Pocket. And the Pocket was also, you had to build it out.
Yeah, the Pocket was the beauty salon when I got it. Well,
Beauty supply.
Beauty supply when I got it. When I was first looking, I was looking at the place a little further down, which is now called the Turkey Leg King. And it had a full kitchen and the whole 9 yards. So that's where I initially wanted to move into, but I couldn't get that one because they had a holdover lease with Pizza Hut, and they didn't want to sublease. Pizza Inn, that's right. Well, Pizza Inn owns Pizza Hut.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. See that? I go for trying to be smart.
Okay. And so they didn't want to sublease to me, so I found this little spot here, and after
did
a
a
year
good
and a
job.
half when Divas closed, I had a year and a half kind of a hiatus, and it took me about 3 months to put this together. So I was
Okay.
just ready to do something else rather than sit home.
Okay. The concept of it being, well, actually, so that meant that was probably what was in the plan, but you ended up being this. So how do you like this being like, because how I see it is like, what do you call it? Cheers?
Yes, it's a little more. Well, I get to know everybody here.
Yeah.
To where that Divas, I got to see everybody, but I didn't really get to know people. People know me here from Divas that I had no clue that was ever in Divas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because of the size of it. Divas sit about 300, and I was able to get anywhere from 400 to 600 people in there at a time.
Gosh, wow.
So it was a money maker, but
It was
a lot of work.
You had to work for your money then.
Yeah,
so.
it was a lot of work.
I know I would come in sometimes, and for whatever reason I was coming in there, you would be doing your own work. So you do a lot of the leg work on your own.
Yeah, I'm kind of hands-on. It's best, in my mind, it's best to be like that as an owner because you're able to answer questions or either to realize what's missing or what needs to be replaced and things of that nature. I'm kind of a hands-on guy.
And then that way, if something happens, actually you already know kind of right off what
Right.
to do. With us having this, we went into the pandemic not too long ago, so you've been closed for 2 months, like all the other bars.
About 2.5 months,
2.5
almost
months.
3.
Oh gosh, it's almost been that long. So what would you? We're going to open up tomorrow. Bars and clubs are going to open up at 25% capacity tomorrow. So what kind of tips would you? I mean, what would you offer other club owners? That you've done that you would think about because you're a veteran in this.
You talking about as far as getting prepared for opening up after the pandemic? We're doing the pandemic.
Different, yeah.
Sanitize your place. The first thing I did here was when I shut down, was rewash all the glasses, wipe off all the tables and chairs, wipe off all the alcoholic beverages. Believe it or not, I mopped this place twice and desanitized the tables. I turned my ice machine off and had it drained and my maintenance guy came over, so he cleaned it and he cleaned the mechanical part of it and the back where that holds the ice. So everything here has been totally touched by disinfectants.
Okay. And you're hands-on, so you know it's been done.
Well, I did half of it myself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So patrons that are coming, getting out tomorrow, before we talk about them coming specifically here to the pocket, just getting out there. Say something to them. What would you advise them to do if they decide to go out and venture out?
Yeah, be safe and follow the rules. You know, you got three kind of people in this industry. We have three kind of customer base in this industry. That's those that follow the rules, those that make up their own rules, and those that don't care about rules. Mm-hmm. So, and I was known at Diva for throwing people out. And the only way I had a problem with an individual where it was time for that individual to go. I was responsible for everything. So it's always best if you're responsible to actually be hands-on and control your business, because in this business, if you don't control your business will control you. In other words, your customers come in and they'll do what they want to do. So I would say clean up your place, look at the restrictions and the mandates that are put out there by local and federal governments, and set a situation up to where your customers feel safe when they come inside your place. And that'll kind of give them kind of an ease. Now, I'm going to have security, and we're going to go by the rules. We're not asking everybody to wear their mask while they're drinking, because you know that they can't do it.
I was going to ask that question.
But you want to have a person to possess a mask. You want to be able to check individuals as they come in the bar. You want them to be able to sanitize their hands and things like that, and to be kind of respectful of the restrooms, and kind of don't get too carried away in the restroom. Kind of keep them kind of clean, other than us going in there and kind of straighten out things. Now, I'm also going to be doing plastic ware, so that we won't be doing anything from glasses, because I don't want my customers to feel like they're drinking out of somebody else's glass, or the glass wasn't properly desanitized. But once you use a plastic container, that container goes in the trash, and you start anew. So that's basically what I would advise the club owners to do. And as far as the customer, just bring your wallet, make sure you got money on your credit card.
There you go.
And patronize your black business owners.
There you go. You said something that made me think, something that you're doing here at the pocket is the thermometer. So sometimes you're going to use that.
We have a non-invasive thermometer to where either the security person or either yourself can hold the thermometer and put it to your temple. And it will give us a reading on whether you have a fever or not. And we will ask individuals to participate in that. We will have alcohol swipes to clean that item. We will have disinfectant wipes to clean the device itself. And so once you come in and you have to go through that check, so to speak, everything will be desanitized for the next person who decides to come in.
Okay. I went to, at the school today, I had to go clean out our classrooms and stuff, and she did my temperature, mm-hmm. and it came with a fever, but what it was, glasses.
Right.
So if you come in happy hour, you may just have to step out or take off your glasses, because if you have rim glasses, I didn't think about that, but if you have rim glasses, because of where that thermometer is, it read from my glasses, which is weird.
Are you talking about the laser beam?
I don't know what it was, but she put it right here.
Did it show a little? She didn't touch it against your head.
She didn't touch me against my head.
Right. That's what they call a laser. A lot of that technology came from the air conditioning industry, to where when they were testing out vents to see if cold air was coming out of the vents, they had that handheld thermometer, and it would shoot a laser beam up to that vent, and that's how they would see whether your vent was cooling or not. Now that also translated over into the medical industry. That's my understanding of it, because I had never seen it in the medical industry, but I've seen it in commercial buildings. And so they shoot a beam, and that beam reads your temperature back to that device. Now what I have is a handheld device to where the customer, him or herself, would place that against your temple.
Okay.
And we would get a reading like that. Now after that reading is done, that would be wiped with an alcohol swipe and a desanitizer. for the next person.
Okay. Well, I think that's it. We have most of your story. We missed Divas, but I'm just joking. But anyway, you guys, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna kind of do a little walkthrough. We're gonna look at the thermometer over there.
Yes.
We're gonna take a peek at the thermometer, and just FYI. Oh, show them the mask.
Oh, and these are something I purchased for my staff, security, DJ.
Cute.
And what it is, it's a complete cover mask. So what it does is covers your whole. I'm not sure they can hear me.
They can hear you. It covers your entire face.
Entire face.
And it keeps it from, because I don't know if you guys understand, but with the virus, why they want you to cover your face is because if you sneeze
Right.
or even laugh, sometimes
Right.
talk, the spit goes out, and so this is to shield
Right.
that. That is why you're wearing the mask.
Right.
So, isn't that cute? Okay.
So that's just another form, and I've got that for all my employees. We'll be using hand towels, paper towels everywhere, so for cleaning up spills off the floor and things of that nature. But the process in my mind is to make sure that once something is touched, after it's touched, it goes into the trash can as far as loose items are concerned. We won't be offering peppermints. The buffet will go away for now. So we're just trying to be as safe as possible so that the pocket bar won't be a haven for germs.
I know what I was going to ask. I've heard it one way, yes or no. So I've heard that you can't dance, and then I heard you can dance. Is it true that clubs and bars cannot have dancing?
Well, when they was working on the requirements, you had the Restaurant Association that was offering information, and you had the liaisons for the governor and the mayor's office that was doing a little research themselves, and they was also looking through what the Restaurant Association was offering. So a lot of people hear a lot of different things because some of those were suggestions, and some of those. The only thing that I'm really worried about is what was said by the governor. Now we got a federal government which is led by Republicans at this time. We got state government which is led by Republicans at this time, and we got local government which is a Democratic-based government, which is local here in Houston, which is the county and the city. And in between those, you're going to come up with different ideas on how to run the business. But for me, whatever the governor said is basically what I'm sticking to, and I'll let them fight that out. And I'm just going to, whatever the governor said, I'm sticking with that. And if I get a visit by TABC or the local law enforcement agency in this area, which is HPD, we'll talk it through and we'll try to conform ourselves so we can remain open.
So in Divas, if someone decides they want to get up and dance, are they allowed?
I don't have a problem dancing here personally. So we're going to have a seating area on the outside. We have a porta-shade area on the outside, and we're going to sit about 8 tables and some chairs and things out there. So you can sit out there if you don't want to come in with everybody else. You can sit on the outside and have your drinks. And you can smoke out there also because you won't be able to smoke on the inside. So
I thought that was cool because I ain't trying to go too many places right now, but I thought about people that aren't ready to go inside, but they really ready to get out the house and they ready to just have a drink and sit with a friend or two. You can do that here on the outside. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and take our tour real quick. Did you have anything else that you want to add?
Nope.
Just when you come to the pocket, you gonna do the rules, follow the rules.
Yeah, everybody's gonna follow the rules. If not, you can have a discussion with security.
We don't want him putting nobody out this right now. So I'm going to turn my camera around so we can see what we got going on here.
Well,
we're going to start at the beginning of the
front door.
My head is itching. All right, so if I'm coming in.
We will have the front door here, and here we have hand sanitizer, paper towels to clean your hands. These are the alcohol swipes, and this is the device that we have.
Oh.
In other words, you will press that button, put it up against your temple.
I hope you don't come out with a fever.
And it will read, I'm 97.8.
Okay. So that's the first.
We will wipe this with our alcohol swab. And we also have some disinfectant wipes up here also.
There you go.
So you won't have to worry about somebody else's head being up against your head.
Okay.
And so when we go here, let me turn on some lights.
We still got the ATM machine. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, if you don't have cash, we got an answer for that too. So we have clean restrooms. You want to come through?
Yeah. The
This is
restrooms
the
have been,
ladies' restroom.
and they've been sanitized.
They'll be completely sanitized. And this is the guys. You've probably never been in there.
Ah, whatever. I worked here, so I was here. I cleaned.
And this is just a general seating area. And my capacity, I can see, is right at 100. So for me to put 25 people in here is no big deal.
Okay. 25%.
Well, that's 25%.
That's still 20 for here? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
What you see over there on the dance floor will be tables and chairs that I'll put on the outside.
So guys, these tables and chairs that are up here, they won't be here. They're going to be on the outside for, like we mentioned earlier. Matter of fact, let me just peek and show you the outside real quick. The outside of the club out here, he'll have those out there to where if you're not comfortable with coming inside, you can sit out and have a drink. That'll probably be me.
Right. And
you can dance outside too.
Yes, you can. And this is just a regular sitting area.
And this is actually a new little area before the Corona area. What's it called?
We call it the Pocket Lounge.
The Pocket Lounge. Isn't this cute? I had my interview with Letisa here. I love this area. It's my favorite area so far. So
and here is the bar area.
This is the bar.
This is where they can look at everything behind our clean.
So everything's clean.
Right, you can look in there. I actually cleaned everything.
There's the water.
Yeah. And so back in here, we also have, this is where I set up my buffets here. And we also have a secondary ladies' restroom because we don't have a one stall in the ladies' restroom in the front. So here,
there's another clean restroom. And of course, I know that you guys always clean the restrooms in between times, so you'll probably just double check a little bit more this time, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'll have one of the girls come in and we'll make sure. And this is just a regular storage area.
Yeah.
You know, mop sink.
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
And
The
that's
ice
the ice
chest.
machine. We got fresh ice in there. It was just made this past week.
It says informative. I was curious about how a bar would work. It says how many people does it hold?
My true occupancy is 88. But I can actually sit 120 with all the chairs and tables I have.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna step outside to show y'all, just because I tried to show it through the burglar bars, but I think you'll get a better look if I step outside. But I just want y'all to know that they are taking all the precautions to make sure that you are safe if you do come here. So this is the outside of the Pocket Bar, and I think the chairs are set here.
We have chairs from the windows, the end of the windows here, all the way down to the and maybe a few bedrooms here.
Okay.
We'll have a walk here, someone walking
Okay.
the business.
All right.
And so it'll be my whole storefront. That's what they call the front of your business. In
Oh,
shopping
okay.
centers.
Okay.
It's a storefront.
Okay.
So that will make
Show
up
y'all
our
this.
seating area.
Well, you can't see it because of the glare. What's in there in the window? Okay. Well, I just want y'all to see that everything is socially distanced. Things are doing. They're making sure that you're going to be as safe as possible. I'm turning it back on you again, I think.
Okay. Well, we're wishing that everybody come out to the Pocket.
To the Club Divas.
Make sure everybody come out to the Pocket. Now, my clientele here runs about late 30s, early 40s and up.
Okay.
So from here, you won't have to worry about sitting next to your neighbor's kid. You know, everybody's here to tour. I kind of keep it that way. And most of my clientele is regular people, and it's not a big money maker like Diva was, but it's enough just to keep me out the house. So,
and you do, and let's talk about security real quick. Tell them.
Yes, I do have security on staff. I got about 3 or 4 guys that rotate the assignment here. I'll have about 2 guys at a time, They'll be walking through the club. They'll be walking through the parking lot. And as of today, I haven't had a physical problem inside the club or in the parking lot.
Okay.
So that's why I like to stay with the older,
Crowd.
more mature group or the crowd line.
Okay. Alrighty.
So come see the new Cheers.
Exactly. Okay, guys. Thank you, Ikie, so much. I think I might come and sit outside and have me a good little drink. But you guys, come on out if you feel safe. Yes, the virus is not gone. There's no vaccine, but there are the clubs have opened up. People need to get back to work. Bartenders, waitresses need to get back to work. Let's help them out. 25%. And if you get to the door of any venue and they say you need to wear your mask, do so. If you need to wash your hands, do so. Do what they're asking you to do so they can go to the next step and become, 50% will probably be next.
Yeah, 50%
Okay.
is the next step.
All right. Thank y'all for joining Chat with Trina and The Pocket. Bye.